picking up the pieces and lives forever changed. How folks in Oklahoma are coping with the aftermath of a deadly E5 tornado and how Arkansans are helping.
And we dodged a big bullet yesterday with those storms moving away. The heavy rain is gone. Temperatures, man, they're nice this morning. How long will this last? Coming up.
Plus, Emmett calls to resign. Martha Schaffner makes a decision. Fox 16 Good Day starts right now.
Live from your breaking news leader, Fox 16 Good Day Arkansas starts now.
Good morning and welcome to Fox 16 Good Day. I'm Deidre Wilson.
Good morning, everybody. I'm meteorologist Greg D. Welcome to this Wednesday morning. Man, several rounds of storms yesterday. Thank goodness the storms that happened in the morning pushed all the severe weather down to the south, so we didn't get any of it. We got some hail is the worst I saw. Now, we did see some tree damage north of Little Rock yesterday morning, but look at the radar. That looks good this morning, doesn't it?
That's clear.
That is clear. There's nothing on it. No reds, no oranges. We are in good shape this morning.
So I have on my coral today. So we're in better shape.
Neutral, non-warning colors this morning. I like to see you in coral and blue.
Coral and blue. And so while we're looking at this break today, to the north of us, sometimes the northwest of us, our friends up that way get it a little bit worse than we do. Is that happening for them today?
No, they're going to get sunshine out there too. It looks really good out there for northwest Arkansas. Let's take a look at your temperatures around the state this morning. They're actually really nice in Fayetteville, 53, 58 in Harrison, 56, 59 degrees over there in Fort Smith. Here's your Fox 16 hour-by-hour forecast for this afternoon. Temperatures in the low to mid-80s with rain chances falling. We'll see some sunshine out there by this afternoon. That's a look at your forecast. Let's take a look at your traffic from around the state this morning. Really no slow spots this morning. We'll start with Conway. This is where folks usually start to leave. Head down I-40 toward 430 in West Little Rock. No issues there. MacArthur Drive back out there towards North Little Rock. 430, no problems. Down toward I-30. Benton and Bryan heading over toward Alexander. Reporting all clear this morning. I-30 back through portions of Little Rock back into I-40. No problems there. And looks like 67, 167, a little bit slow around the Jacksonville Air Force Base there, Little Rock Air Force Base in Jacksonville. Though most volume not an issue this morning. That's a look at your forecast. Now let's look at your headlines.
Thanks, Greg. Well, it's the deadliest tornado to hit the United States in 2 years. Topping the scale, the Category E5 twister-packed winds of at least 200 miles per hour, cutting a 17-mile long, 1.3-mile wide path through Moore, Oklahoma. At least 24 people have been killed and hundreds more have been injured. It devastated homes and businesses, leaving many with nothing.
But as people start over in such a dark time, stories of survival are shining through. Ed Payne has the details.
Climbing mountains of debris, sorting through what was once a home or a business. The damage is widespread and more, but as they look at what they've lost, they're talking about what they found.
I just went, Brian! You know, and he just ran up, and then we both cried and hugged, and we just like burst into tears. It was awesome.
This woman found her dog buried in the rubble of her home. Emotional as she talked about what her family's been through.
We've been super blessed with our family's safety and now the safety of all of our animals. My daughter survived at Plaza Towers, and God is so good.
Some of the most emotional reunions happened near Briarwood Elementary, where students survived the storm as the school crumbled around them. Parents searched for their children, then held them close. This man says when he saw his neighbor's son, they connected.
I felt like maybe I needed that hug as much as he did at that time. We just weren't sure if anyone was going to come out alive. And to go over and see one of my favorite neighbors' child emerge, it was awesome. It was just an amazing feeling.
A feeling shared by many amid the lost and found.
One nice moment.
I'm Ed Payne reporting.
It's dreadful.
And the National Weather Service says the twister was an EF5, the most powerful category of tornadoes possible. Now, they also estimate that the winds range from 200 to 200 miles per hour.
And on the line with us now is Captain David Robinson with the Arkansas Salvation Army. He's in Moore, Oklahoma, helping with relief efforts. Captain Robinson, can you give us a sense of what the feeling is like out there in Moore this morning?
Trying to wrap my head around the devastation. It's some of the worst I've ever seen.
Now tell me some of the things that you folks are doing for the folks in Moore. What is the role of the Salvation Army now that the cleanup has begun?
We are, our biggest thing right now, we're feeding the first responders that are here. We're feeding the families that are coming back, sorting through their what's left of their belongings. Any of the people that are coming to volunteer, people are needing tarps and different things. They come by looking for that or stop us, and if we don't have it, we try to go get it and bring it to them, make sure that their needs are met.
And Captain Robinson, you guys arrived yesterday with the new disaster truck, and you were explaining how you can feed 700 to 1,000 meals to people, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have you had to go to that amount? Have you had that extreme amount of people coming and needing help?
No, we haven't had that extreme. We came in, we fed supper last night. We went out for about 45 minutes to an hour. We fed about 75 to 100 meals. The food when we got here was already pre-prepared for us, and so we just loaded hot food on our canteen and was able to go out. We didn't have to stop and actually use our kitchen.
Well,
so it made it a lot easier to hand the food out, and it was a lot quicker, and served a bigger area of people as we drove around and visited with those folks that were digging through the debris.
And as you were driving around and talking to those folks, what are you hearing on the ground? What is it like there?
Just stories of people talking about how they just they're still trying to wrap their minds around how they made it through such a thing. I talked to a lady who was at a daycare, and the daycare was totally demolished, and nobody was killed. She said she had 3 or 4 kids wrapped her in her arms, and they rode it out with bumps and bruises. And she was standing there as they were bulldozing it up and was still in awe of how she could survive something like that, really still kind of in shock. But it was just stories like that, and then just the people, ready for tomorrow. Let's get tomorrow here. Let's see what we can change tomorrow. So it's just, the spirit is just unbelievable.
Captain Robinson, thank you so much. You guys be safe there. I know you're planning on staying just as long as you're needed. Be safe and take care, and we hope to see you soon.
All right, thank you.
All right. Tightened security around Verizon Arena after a shooting yesterday during graduation practice of 2 Little Rock high schools. The victim and suspect are recovering. Fox 16's Dustin Barnes is live at the Verizon Arena with more. Good morning to you, Dustin. What's the latest on this story?
The circumstance last night at the graduation ceremonies for Parkview and McClellan High School students, there was heightened security. This after one student set to graduate was shot earlier in the day during graduation rehearsal. Now, police say Parkview High School student Jasmine Fisher was shot by her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, Christian Jackson. Police say Jackson turned the gun on himself after shooting her. He faces attempted capital murder. Now, despite the tragedy, Little Rock school leaders say the show must go on with extra security. Graduates from J.A. Fair and Hall will walk the stage tonight. Central's graduation is set for tomorrow. Live in North Little Rock, Dustin Barnes, Fox 16 News.
Thanks, Dustin. Arkansas State Treasurer Martha Schaffner has stepped down 3 days after her arrest on federal extortion charges. Schaffner sent a brief resignation letter to Governor Mike Beebe. That letter reading in part, quote, "I'm proud to have been elected by and to have served the people of the state of Arkansas and regret that I can no longer perform the duties and responsibilities owed to the public." Yesterday, Governor Beebe said he hoped Schaffner would step down on her own.
That saves a lot of money. You don't have to call the legislature into session or any of the other remedies that exist.
Those remedies included possible impeachment that would have required the governor to call lawmakers back to Little Rock for a special session at extra cost to Arkansas taxpayers. Schaffner is expected to be formally indicted by a grand jury next month. There is no word on a possible replacement. In turning to what's trending now, we hear a lot about bullying. Kevin Kelly did a special report on bullying. There is a mother that tried to help her daughter with her bullying action. actions by the little girl. The backstory here, the little girl was bullying another little girl every day for about 3 weeks in Utah on the playground because of her clothes. Said some very mean things. The teacher emailed the stepmom of the bully, and so the mom took matters into her own hands, going to a thrift store, buying a week's worth of clothes or so, and had this little girl wear those thrift clothes to school.
She didn't. Wait, hold on now. She didn't just buy her thrift clothes. The way she puts it, and I'm gonna knock this mom. Ugly thrift store clothes, indicating that thrift store clothes are automatically ugly.
Well, yeah, and that, well, yeah.
I have a problem with that.
Right. Well, did she handle this bullying correctly? Connect with us. Facebook is at FOX16HD or Twitter at FOX16 Good Day. Use the hashtag Good Day to catch our attention. We'll be right back with much more Good Day fashion making that makes you look good, feel good, and do good. Kylie Patterson joins us next with fashion.
Skies out there. We'll tell you how long that'll last. Your Fox 16 extended forecast coming up. Ugly thrift store clothes. That's not fair.
With Deidre Wilson and meteorologist Greg D. This is Fox 16 Good Day Arkansas.